Hello, this is X Gear Commander, XGC for short, and this is Tobacco Havana in the Cypress area, Texas. Anyways, this is probably gonna be a nice, short, and sweet video. I've been asked to do this video, and just got a request from a very good friend of mine, and she asked me that she doesn't know how to cut a cigar, and it would be educational for her. But you know what? I told her, it's like, yeah, I might as well make that video anyways, just in case if I didn't go over it in the past. At least this way I can put them all in one video. Now we're just going to be talking about there's actually literally three main ways to cut a cigar. Your classic straight cut, kind of explanatory, just does a straight cut. A V cut, which to me was fairly new, but the old-fashioned way how I used to do a V cut is with my knife. I do a angle cut on two cuts, and it'll make me a V. But that just makes life easier. And last but not least, punch, and all it does is make a circular hole in your cigar. This is the only one where you have to really take your time punching your cigar. It's really damaging to your cigar if you force it. Do not force a punch on a cigar. Just take your time, half turn, clockwise, counterclockwise. Take your time with it, but don't jam it in there. Twist in. That's the only cut where you have to take your time. I cannot stress that point enough. The other two, you have to cut it real quick. Hopefully your blade is not sharp enough and it will cut through the cigar with no issues. Now, there's like one cigar that I would recommend doing a straight cut, but I've seen people do a V cut on it, is the Torpedo. Torpedo cigars are basically like a cone-shaped cigar. And all you have to do, I've seen people do a straight cut across, but with a torpedo, I would recommend doing a straight cut at an angle, like a 45-degree angle, to get more of a draw from your cigar. And yes, I've seen them do a V cut, but you definitely can't do a punch on a torpedo. Torpedo shines on one of those bigger ring gauge cigars that has a flat top. That's where I've actually seen that you're better off using a punch instead of trying to do a straight cut or a V, because a lot of cutters out there do not have a bigger ring gauge when it comes to, especially with flat top cigars. I think one of them was the Chrome Magnum by Romacraft. That's another one that has a flat top. But again, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I'm not a big fan of bigger ring gauges that much. But when it gets to that point when it's like a 7x70 with a flat top and it's a box press, man, you're just better off using a punch. Don't even bother trying to do a straight cutter or a V unless you're cutting it with your knife. Because, like I said, most of them you probably don't have a big enough ring gauge for those cigars to cut it normally. Well, hopefully everybody's having fun out there, having a great Christmas Eve. Be careful out there shopping. There are some shops still open. As you can tell, I'll be here from open to close, all the way to regular hours till 10 p.m. And yeah, join us. Let's have a smoke together and let's kill some time. Come on by. On that, be careful out there. And always, don't forget, be adventurous with what you do, and always be blessed.